Dim sum.
What?
I said dim sum.
Why? Well, don't say it so loud.
Because I wanted to saw her there, and I just said dim sum.
Set a stream.
Yes, I just did.
For when?
Right now. I'm live right now.
Stop it quick. Yep.
Hey, Zabu. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Doing, buddy? What's up, buddy? What are you up to? It's so funny.
How do fish get stoned?
What?
Seaweed.
Seaweed? Okay.
You're good.
Lewis versus Wilder. Hey, Morbid. Don't worry. Don't worry, don't. It's okay. You know, life gets in the way. That's fine.
So much energy here in the house tonight. We are live at the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
Time for our tale of the tape. Joe Louis. He's 6'2" tall, 181 pounds, one of the best right hands in the business. And his opponent, Deontay Wilder. He is the Bronze Bomber, 6'7" tall, with that massive 83-inch reach.
Yeah, if you've got a bro that's in front of you, that's going to put you under pressure, get to your ribs and get close. You've got to be fast on feet. If you've got the height and the reach, which I always go for.
How you doing, buddy?
I depend on that. But if someone is going to push you back, keep pushing you down, you're going to be under pressure. Don't get stuck in the corner, because if you do, you're out of it.
The one and only Joe Louis, one of the most historically important fighters of all time. Deontay Wilder, he is the Bronze Bomber, fighting out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, the former heavyweight champion of the world.
If this fighter knows how to use that reach, this is going to be a shot night.
Jeez, that guy got tattoos all over the place.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, an iconic longtime world champion who defended his title for a record of 12 years, introducing a heavyweight champion of the world, the one and only Brown Bomber, Joe Louis. Fighting out of the blue corner, an Olympic bronze medalist from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, a hard-hitting, sensational knockout artist, and a WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay
The Bombers.
Wilder.
Brown versus Bronze. Yep.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Our wait is over. The speaking stopped. The fight begins. Now, let's get the answers.
Good luck.
All right, let's go. Let's do it.
athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. They're both trying for a knockout.
Oh, he threw an elbow.
Got caught clean by a left hook. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
What?
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Oh.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to.
That's the light is doing to me by having it. You see that? Is that annoying? Rob, is that annoying?
Caution being thrown to the wind.
Yeah, okay. Rather.
Yeah, and that's what it does when it does this. See?
And there's an uppercut, a big uppercut, and his knees buckled that
Just
time.
slowly in my back of my eyes going getting louder and louder. You understand that for me?
Okay.
Yeah. So the same thing with you and your throat clears and your bullshit.
This is some of the best action
Knock it
I've
off.
seen in any round, anywhere this year. And he lands a big right. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go.
What happened to the Giants? They lost. They lost big time.
I promise you, all
Huh?
three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter. And the tournament's going to put a firecracker on the fighter. Get out there. Get
Okay.
the job done.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
With sluggish, you cannot let them get into a rhythm because this is how they train. This is how they prepare for a fight. This is what they'll do all night. Do not dance their dance. You've got to use speed.
Trying to feel him out here. Oops. Yeah. But blocked out with your face.
Good punch. This fight is all about distance for this man, and you can see he's using that length advantage.
Very smart, very sharp. This is the fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights can do that.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Neither fighter willing to slow down.
Well, it's not slowing
Very
down.
close
I'm
round with 10 seconds
letting him
to go.
punch himself out.
Good counter punching for both these fighters.
We think of that strategy more, but just let him punch himself out.
How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
All right.
Here we go in round three.
Round
Who's gonna
three.
land the first big shot. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. You're not not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists.
I've seen it so many times. One punch changes everything. I've seen guys winning hands down. They decide to showboat and show off them. Blam! It's over. So they've got to stay sharp. One punch changes everything.
Yep, see him time and time again punch themselves out. Look like he's throwing an elbow.
Right punch. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
It's so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Hey, those punches add up. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Here we go to the fourth round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. I'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. The courage on display here is incredible. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Good counter-punching for both these athletes. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. They score with that left hand.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
There's a right hand. Perfect counter lands. And this with that jab. These two fighters are made for one another. Just gets out a very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they
I'll
keep
dig
the
down the same
kind of
strategy.
pace up,
Yep.
They've got this fight.
And there's the bell for round 5. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. That left counterpunch will score. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it? Oh, and they just got their bell rung. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walked right through it?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's alright to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points. Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've gone in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
He fails to score with that left hook. That counter shot lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage.
Nothing worse than having a granite chin tissue paper skin. I.e. cuts easy. Lucky lucky I didn't cut easy. But I swell and welt. Same danger. Not being able to see. Just no blood.
There's the bell to start round 6. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Punch, counter punch.
I think he needs to be a little bit more aggressive here.
Catch and
Damn it.
Why sit in the pocket when your punches are this slow? They are not going to let this one go to the judges.
So we're halfway through this fight.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
When you've got a fast fighter, they will cut you to ribbons, and they know it's a matter of time before either you get desperate or the referee jumps in and saves you. This is a natural gift.
Missed him with that uppercut. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Swing and a miss with that hook.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Zombie, what are you doing, buddy?
Willing to go where the other fighter won't. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Beautiful counter shot. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
I'm trying to economize here.
Round 7, here we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
It's defend yourself at all times, but this fighter hasn't defended themselves at all. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Perfect punch.
I don't want to throw a big punch and
Tried to score with that hook that missed.
where I miss. Rope-a-dope.
So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you.
Well, yeah, probably change that in the
So you've got to be careful.
in the final version of the game.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. Neither fighter willing to slow down.
Punches himself out though.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab. It can be intimidating, just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
And a counter left. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. That big hook doesn't land. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up.
Caught a little bit.
Why aren't they keeping their gloves up? Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so...
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. No secret
Well, he's got nothing left. Well, I'm trying to wear him down here.
They have in store for us in the next one.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. Not many of the people in the division hit like them. Good left counter that lands. Why are they throwing punches? They should be playing defense right now. Good left hand. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system for a certain amount of punches per round. Because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again, and the fight will be over.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. You'd like to see this fighter protect themselves a little better. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. He just misses with that jab. Great counter right hand there. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance without a doubt.
See, the red line is his stamina. The white line is his punching power. So I got about 30% more punching power right now. And I got 60% more stamina.
There's the bell to start round 10. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Solid punch.
Whoa, I
Nice
missed.
counter shot.
Tried throwing a big shot there. I missed.
Good one. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. No stamina, no injury, but still throwing punches. Nice counter shot with the right hand. That punch lands. Good right hand. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. About a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
So he's down to 25% stamina and 40% power. I got the advantage, but if I press it, it's going to knock me on my ass. I think I just keep fighting smart.
This is the 11th. We've entered the championship round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know
Okay, that one stung.
That can strike at any moment. That uppercut just missed. They exchanged punches.
Ooh, that stung.
exchanges from both men in this round. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
What a
Ooh.
gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do? The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
Nice offensive display, landing that left counter. He misses with that jab. Nice
Ooh.
counter.
Wound up.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Left counter score. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
And some.
Who thought we would have made it to 12? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
And they figure out the combination to this safe. So close with that uppercut. Do you believe this? That one will count. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go.
I think I got the decision. Would
Perfect
like
counter shot.
a knockout, but I think I got the decision.
Well, it's go back to the drawing board time. A unanimous decision victory.
Dude, what?
Unanimous.
Wow.
You know what?
Oh,
Smart,
wow.
smart,
Oh,
smart.
jeez.
Total change of styles to make sure that they got it. Had every round in the bag. There was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.
Bless you. Pretty unanimous. Tenson's first judge scored unanimous in the sweep. Second in all but the sixth. Yeah. So pretty unanimous across the board. She can buy herself flowers, write her name in the sand. Huh? You can piss up a rope, and I'll piss up a rope. I'll piss down a rope, you can piss up a rope.
You know the words.
Huh?
You don't even know the words.
That's close. Oh yes, I'm going to piss up a rope. What does that mean? Mr. Gunn doesn't know what that means. Okale versus... And this one here. Jack Shaggy gets it done, no doubt about it. What are you doing, dim sum? I'm going to piss up a rope, going to piss up a rope.
From the shadows, Adam grew his tits.
Yeah, yeah. My good Todd in the yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah, it is. I'm going to piss up a rope. Sabu's going to piss up a rope. Look at him. What chubby buddy. And I got this one over here.
Welcome to the Lighthouse Theater, and here
Lighthouse
we go,
Theater. This is
ladies and
this is the
I'm
wrong
Todd
one.
Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Hi to everybody back home.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Lawrence the Sauce Acoli, 196 centimeters tall with an 82.7-inch reach.
The sauce.
He'll square off against The Rock, Rocky Marciano, the
Yeah,
Brockton Brawler. This heavyweight is anything but standing only 5 foot 10 inches tall, one of the greatest heavyweights to ever live.
Oh my goodness, look at the reach difference there. That reach is going to be an absolute nightmare to deal with, because if that jab is used and that right hand is followed, there is going to be a problem tonight.
Let's see.
Lawrence the Sauce Acoli. This man won the WBO
His name is The
Cruiserweight
Sauce.
title and hasn't ruled out a move to the heavyweight division.
I like to see them like walk in with like a robe or something. Yeah.
Rocky Marciano, 201 pounds of pure terror. This man is an absolute machine.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
And now we toss it up to the world-renowned ring announcer, Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, here is a British, Commonwealth, and European cruiserweight champion from London, England, a cruiserweight champion of the world, introducing Lawrence.
So Morbid, let me ask you a question. Has boxing really changed?
Fighting out of the blue corner, here is a Hall of Fame legend from
Has
Brockton, Massachusetts.
boxing really changed
a
that
Ring
much over the
Magazine
last
world
50, 60,
champion
70,
and an undisputed
80
heavyweight
years? I
champion
mean,
of
is
the
there any
world,
real difference
introducing the Brockton
between
blockbuster, Rocky
like a fighter like Marciano and guys
A lot of
today?
trash talk
I mean,
between
was
these
it
two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
stylistically?
Todd, I'm gonna
You
stay
know,
here till the end of the
obviously
night,
nutrition's
until the last
better,
fight is
training's
out here.
better.
Because if you're a fight fan like me, this is what I live for. Good luck.
Your violence definitely about Courtney.
Okay, fine.
There's the bell for round one.
Because she was the real deal and Courtney was the faker.
Just
Jeez, this
listen
guy's
to that big
tall.
right hand.
You know. Things Charlie was better than the real deal.
He misses with that jab. All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
It's so hot, it's so heated. There's a roof on here, you don't understand. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting under. You're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hell's fire on earth.
Nice counter shot. Why aren't they defending? Good counter punching for both these athletes. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Why aren't they keeping their gloves up?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way. That punch lands. He gets out of the way of that left hand. Not a lot of defense. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left.
I'd say yes.
We're It's no secret who has the advantage after
Yeah,
that last
training
round. Let's see what
different.
they have
Diets
in
are
store for
different.
us in the next
More
one.
technology incorporated in training now than before. Also, there was those wanting to keep tradition. Fighters are paid
What do
more
we
and more
expect to see
opportunities
here in round
expanded.
2?
Yeah.
There's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then we'll strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then.
Whoa.
I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
And he fails to score with that left hook. And he just misses with that jab. Nice job landing that left
Damn.
punch.
Holy cow.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
You got to swarm on your case. You know you got to fight. You got to hold him. You got to tie him up. You got to lean on him when he come in until the referee makes you break off. But keep your hands high, because they will keep punching until that referee said stop. You are fighting the swarmer. Be smart. Be sharp. Concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that swarmer, once you do that, you're giving a man a chance that shouldn't have one.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go.
My nephew used to ask me, do you think Muhammad Ali would have beat Mike Tyson? And I used to tell him, not only would Ali have beaten him, Ali would have whooped him, and he would have made a show of it. Stated the same actual fighting techniques haven't changed that much. My more styles perfect ones. Yeah.
Fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. That one lands.
Like, there's certain sports that I could say, I can honestly say that have changed.
This fight has a real good flow to it.
Like, I could tell you how baseball's changed. I could tell you how basketball's changed.
When we talk about a
I
fighter
can tell you how
having power, don't
American
just look at the
football's
head
changed.
punches
Definitely,
they throw.
definitely tell you
Look
how
at the
hockey's
body
changed.
shots. That can be the
Game's a
real
lot
difference.
faster now.
Could be really intimidating.
A lot
Todd.
more
If you
European
know
players
somebody's got
that
the punch
rely
power,
on
someone's got the
speed
speed, someone can take
rather
you out with a
than-
simple jab. It can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Rather
Nice
than
exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill.
their
tap for tap.
size,
She's like a match made in heaven.
and they
That left counter punch
tend,
will score.
where years ago they used to skate through the middle, they now try to take everything around the outside, use their speed to go around the defense.
These two fighters are made for one another. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Counter right.
Hey, Kermit just saw a
Dominant round
feature
there. Let's see how they
it was
respond
new,
here in the next
had
round.
canceled, had
Dominance
a cancel
without
plot.
a doubt.
Rather
Make
reminding me of
look
Star
so,
Trek
so
plot
easy.
as well. Oh wow.
There's the bell for round 4. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Got to use the step back jab
This
more.
fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
It's obvious this fighter is gassed out. Why sit in there and throw punches? Good left hand. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight. You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left.
Yeah, boxing mostly stayed the same, but the promoting and commercialization has changed big time. Instead of being paid hundreds of millions of dollars, they're tens of millions.
Get out there and get the job done.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. Left counter scores. These two fighters are made for one another. Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches. He blocks the hook. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Left punch. So that left lands. No rest for the weary. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight.
Lex
because if
Lewis,
they
another
haven't,
boxer,
there's gonna be
I like
absolute
Holyfield
uproar.
too. Zach Brandon got sent. The sensitivity training was mandatory for 8 hours. One of the people was the robot opening his front porch. Made it like he was flashing a chick. Ooh, flashing a chick. That sounds very funny. Manny Pacquiao was in his prime today. He would dominate. I'd say the same with Rocky Marciano and Roy Jones. I'm responding to morbid.
Here we go in the 6th round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake. This is what a
Oh,
fighter
no.
did not want to do. His foundation appears to be okay, but when you put those gloves that high, you know that you're in trouble. I thought we were going to see the finish there. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He threw the hook, didn't land. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent.
So going to be filmed
This is
season
too easy.
2. As
If
far
they
as I know,
keep
it's still in
the same kind of
production.
pace up, they've got this
You
far.
should watch the episode along with the end of Family Guy last season. Yes.
Round 7, here we go. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. No power in those punches. Left punch. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Why sit in the pocket when your punches are this slow? Nice counter. Do you believe this?
I was about to say to Morbid. See, when I was a kid, I thought all boxers hated each other. Because, yeah. I know a lot of them were friends. I'm like, how can you be friends and fight each other? I'm like, well,
Perfect counter shot.
they get paid. Probably feel bad about it
Very close
later.
round with 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. Feel good? Good man. Continue what you're doing. You get to up here. We'll start hard.
There's the bell to start round 8. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
You never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
And these shots, even if they land, are going to do no damage. These punches coming from every angle. Missing with the hook. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
A nice exchange. Are we about to witness history? The great Rocky Marciano in serious trouble. Oh, do you believe this? Rocky Marciano is down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Good counter left hand there. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
I love the response though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Okay, I'm happy. Like that round. Good work. He's thinking. See it and he'll ride it out. Go out.
And there's the bell for round 9. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. You know in the corner now they're saying when you get out there, jump on him. Do not give him chance to breathe. Bully him, throw him, push him down, punch him in the back. Keep letting the shots go because you know they want to shake your leg. They're a nuts here away from getting stopped.
Beautiful counter punch. Still waiting for this fighter to show some defensive ability. And a counter left. Good punch. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a lick it because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Marciano's gassed. He's got nothing left in the tank.
There's not a lot separating these two. Got out of the way of that right hook. That counter shot lands. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, there's no
I think
doubt
he
about
used to
who won
100
that
focus really
round.
getting
Dominance,
into boxing back
without a
then.
doubt, made
Never
it
leaves you.
so
Really love the boxing. For me at least. Can't explain what fighting. Explain what is about the fighting in the ring, but I loved it ever since. Rush strategy, don't know how to explain. Yeah. Well, same thing for me like when I do stand up.
Round 10. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. Nice counter shot with the right hand. One of these fighters is starting to run out of gas. What do you do as a fighter when you just don't have the energy?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
That hook won't score. Another scoring shot there. Perfect punch. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle. This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Punch, counter punch. Not a lot of defense here at all. There's a counter shot. Nice counter punch. Big shots from... You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. They got the momentum.
Oh, I
They
saw
got
it
the
on the
advantage.
clip where
How do they
one of his
carry
mom's
that into the
pregnant.
next round?
I guess the father was soon took a picture with what looked like a Kodak camera, but they don't really have cell phones. Yeah, it's a weird thing. You think they'd be taking pictures on their cell phones? That's just poor writing.
And there's the bell for round 11. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. And that hook misses. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in. Good counter-punching from both these fighters. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. It's all offense all the time. Nice job landing with that right hand counter. Nice counter shot. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left.
All right.
That was almost a 10-8
Tyson's
round.
right
Complete
being
dominance.
in the
Somebody
ring
don't get
becomes someone
complacent. You
else.
think this is too easy. If they
When
keep
it's all
the same
over,
kind
turn
of
it
pace
on.
up,
For me,
they've
it's
got
all
this
left in the
fight.
ring. Yep. I have no idea what's happening, obviously, in the show, guys, so I don't know. Okay. Okay. There we go. Final round.
There's the bell for round 12. Coming off that fantastic last round.
What about
Let's see
it?
if he can keep his momentum going. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight.
Score for that. Is that the connector, the yellow connector?
Maybe.
Because yellow just connects to the marquee. You don't know what I'm talking about.
Which
The guy
fighter
from
will
Devo.
say no mas?
The yellow jumpsuits.
Yellow is the monkey banana, monkey Steve.
And the yellow jumpsuits they used to wear.
He's a monkey Steve, monkey Steve. He's a monkey. You don't like the weird
He's certainly an aggressive fighter, but that doesn't always mean success. How many times have you seen a fighter chase a superior athlete around the ring and just get picked apart even though they were the one pushing the tempo?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them?
1 minute to
It's
go.
going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Hey, buddy.
He missed with that jab. They're both trying for a knockout. You don't want to trade shots. A very
Hey, buddy.
competitive
Where is it,
round
buddy?
with 10 seconds left.
And time.
Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's leveled. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson. I totally agree.
I know, Rancher, buddy. All right, that's it, everybody. I'm going to call it there for tonight. I know it's pretty short, but short and sweet sometimes. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me. It's a freaking cursor. There it is. And let me see if I go over here. Oh, thank you very much. Black Shaggy, get the job done. That's right. Thank you, everyone, and we will catch you all next time.